another episode of T-shirt cooking. It's early in the morning today. Decided let's knock out 2 videos in one. For this video, we're going to be reviewing the Foodsaver machine that I bought maybe about a year or so ago. And I'll also show you guys how I pack my chicken for it to be the best bang for the buck. This will also be another unedited, full-length video. And this time it's because I had quite a few people telling me that some of my recipes take a lot longer than I show in my videos. So I said, let's experiment with some unedited videos. In this case, not a recipe, it's just how to use the machine and how I pack some chicken. Nevertheless, I'll show you guys how it's done in real time. Might be a little bit of a long video, but hang in there with me. It's a good investment for your future kitchen experiences. And I'll just show you guys. So obviously chicken breast, not chicken thighs. I'm more of a breast person. And I have a whole pack over here. I also have the Foodsaver machine. Let me just show you the box. I still have it. And I'll put the name of the exact model in the description, but it's the VS3197. I paid it $100. When I say I paid it, I mean I got it as a gift, but it was $100, I think on special. And it came with some of the Foodsaver bags or whatever these are called. I'll just call them bags. Now, this brand is not. This is the store brand. I've tested both of them. Just buy the store brand. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same quality, all right? So don't go spending your money buying the Foodsaver ones where it's not only more expensive, but you get less in there. This is just the roll. So I took the roll and I just cut them up. I didn't put that in the video because that took me a few minutes and already I think this video is gonna be quite long. I just cut them to sizes that I think I'm going to be using. One of them I sealed and I'll show you guys anyways the whole thing, how it works and all that. Now we'll put this chicken to the side for the time being and I'll just show you quickly with the plastic. Let's take this one for example. It's open on both sides because remember it's a roll. You unroll it, you cut whatever size you need and always try to measure a little bit extra because remember on both sides you're sealing it. And over here we're gonna use this handle like that. It's unlocked. I'm just gonna show you guys when you put the bag, you have to like put it in here and then you would close, lock, and then that's how you would do it. So in this case, I would press seal. This might be a little bit loud for the mic, I don't know. Bear with me. Okay, I lied. The vacuuming is the loud part, not the sealing. The sealing, I guess it heats it up or something. I feel a sliver of heat. You see how it's going like that and now the light goes off? That means it's good to go. We'll open it up. Worst case scenario, it didn't work. We'll just do it again. And now it is sealed. And you see if I try to open it, so I lose about maybe this much like that. That's how much I lost from the bag. On this side here, we're going to be putting the food inside and then we'll reseal it. Let's do this for every single bag. I should have probably done this for every single bag but one just to show a demonstration, but at the same time, I'll just show you guys what it's like. And we press seal again. The light goes on like this. It's blinking, very slowly blinking. And then we're good to go. Should be here any second. The seal goes away. That's it. Pop it up. We're good to go. Same thing, you see it? Now we're just gonna do this for every single bag. Now for this whole pack of chicken breast, usually what I do, and I'm gonna show you guys, this one's already sealed, and I buy the big pack like this because I'm not gonna run to the grocery store every week just to buy chicken breast. I eat that just about every single day, chicken breast with vegetables or with rice, whatever the case is, whatever I have in the fridge really. And that's what I do. You could also do sous vide with these bags as well. I didn't test it out, but I know other people who have. They said that you could do sous vide with these bags. Once again, it's the store brand. I don't buy the Foodsaver ones. This is the exact same machine that you could buy and I got it at Costco in Canada. I believe in Costco USA, it's almost the same item. It's just a slightly different number, but it's basically the same product, just that there's no French labeling. On this one, there's a lot of French labeling because we're here in Canada. And I believe when I first got it, it did come with a few bags, but I'm not sure now if it did have bags or not. Once again, we're doing this in real time here. Here we are, another episode of T-shirt cooking, uncut, unedited. This is also plugged by a cable in the back. I have it fished all the way. And there's also this little feature here, which we won't use today, but I did try it out. It's just like this thing that you take out and the Foodsaver bags that you buy, it's like the Ziploc bags where on the bag itself, there's a sort of like circle and you would take this thing and you would go on the circle and it would suck out the air like that. Yeah, that's too much work. We're not gonna do any of that. Now we're gonna unlock, same thing. And you see we're sealing every single bag the same way. And even though I cut them very crooked, I didn't cut them crooked enough to the point where they don't seal properly. Put it in here and make it straight like this, like that, press seal again, and then all our bags are sealed. Now we're gonna go to the chicken, and now we're gonna cut up some chicken and hopefully not get salmonella poisoning. At this point, I think I've cooked so much raw chicken that for sure I've gained some sort of immunity to it. I mentioned this in another video, but sort of like David Blaine, how he has immunity to salmonella, because to do that frog in his stomach trick, he had to develop the immunity, and that's why he doesn't get sick when he does it. Anyway, whenever I make chicken, I usually usually have to clean the entire kitchen after, the sink, the counter, everything, because this stuff is definitely poisoning everything. All right, that's it, we're good. All the bags are ready. Now what I do for my chicken here, I have a little bowl. Very simple is I like to pack my chicken. Some people just take the chicken like this. They'll just put it in a bag and then they vacuum seal it. I like to prep my chicken in advance, and I like to do that so when I take it out of the fridge or when I take it out of the freezer, I just put it in the fridge and it's already cut, chopped, cleaned, whatever. Everything's all done for me. So we're gonna start with one chicken breast here. Maybe this part I might fast forward if this takes too long. I'll see. Or maybe I won't. First things first, we always take out that gross nerve. We all know how it works with the gross nerve right over there. It's nasty. I can never grip this. So we're gonna use a napkin, take out that gross nerve, and then I like to cut my chicken into pieces. I know you came here just for the machine and now you're stuck watching this entire video that you really didn't want to watch. That's just the way it is here. That's just how we operate. It's very early in the morning. It's a fall day. Just cutting up some chicken. I said, let's wake up this morning and make a video for all of our amazing fans, the hundreds of thousands of people who rely on my videos for their daily life operation, or for the operation of their daily life. Now I could say for the sake of the video, let's only do one, but you know what, since we're here, let's not do that. Even though that's most effective for video retention, let's not do that. Let's just do the whole thing. Or maybe I'll see if we do the whole thing or not. We'll see how I feel. The weather's nice outside, so I should definitely spend some time outside, which I do plan on doing. As I said, fall's coming along. If there's one way to tell whose relationship is in shambles, is when you see those fall photo shoots. You know when they post up like those fall photo shoots and they're, you know, they talk about like how much they love each other and this and that. Like guys, if you have a fall photo shoot, you're getting divorced, or you should be getting divorced. I don't know what to tell you. It just is what it is. Like when I see that, I'm like, wow, they must be having a lot of problems at home. First thing I think of, and I'm not the only one who thinks it. I brought it up to someone else and they said, oh my God, it's true. My friend Stacy or whatever got divorced and she did a fall photo shoot. And I said, yeah, that's what happens. Everybody knows. You do one of those or like the Christmas ones too. The Christmas ones, it's because you know the kid's gonna grow up and be nefarious when the kid's in the Christmas photo shoot. You just know. It's like, all right, Chucky's gonna beat up his girlfriend when he gets older. Whoops, can't say that on YouTube. We'll edit that out. We'll cut that out. Anyway, back to the chicken. Yeah, this video is going nowhere. Nobody's still watching by now. I just ruined all retention. I should have definitely made this 2 videos. One for the chicken and one for the Foodsaver. Now this is, by the way, just how I trim all of my chicken. Just nice and easy. I just trim it like this and then we'll prep all the chicken. This is, just cut myself on the knife. It's all good. This is really the way to do it. Prep all your chicken in advance. There must be a better way to cut this up and all that, but I'm not a cook. I'm not a chef. I have a YouTube channel that nobody watches. Doesn't matter if I make mistakes. I don't know what I'm doing. It's all good. Nobody watches this. Good thing nobody from my work watches this. If they would hear some of the things that I say, I'd be in trouble. So good thing nobody from my work or nobody that I deal with professionally sees any of this. Even though some of them are subbed, they don't watch. I don't blame them. Honestly, I really don't blame them. But nevertheless, some of them are subbed. The sub is what counts. Not really, it's mostly time viewed and engagement. But anyway, now, as I said, I just take out all the scrap of the chicken. I don't even know what's what. I don't know what half of this stuff is. Half of this is just like some gooey stuff. I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna take out that gross nerve. There you go. I just don't like sometimes like seeing those gross nerves. We're definitely gonna fast forward all of this. There's no chance we're gonna keep any of this in. When I see a fall photo shoot, 11 out of 10 times I'm right in predicting the subsequent divorce. And it's usually a nasty divorce as well. It's not one of those, you know, amicable things. It's usually nasty. The fall photo shoots, look out for them. Don't be a victim. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Very, very bad. All right, we're back. I lied about this being an uncut video. Taking apart the chicken, I was saying a lot of questionable things that would likely get me striked on YouTube. So we're just gonna fast forward all of that and mute the mic. Anyway, now we have the chicken. I took the whole thing of chicken, cleaned out the chicken. I cut into little pieces because personally, that's how I like my chicken. Either if I'm using it for wraps or if I'm gonna marinate it and put it in rice or rice and veggies, whatever the case may be, I just like my chicken like that. But once again, you could just take it straight out of the pack and put it in the bags. Doesn't matter. I like to clean it. I cut out all the nonsense and then there you go. I have quite a few pounds of chicken breast here ready to go. So now I'll show you just how simple it is. By the way, I'm not sponsored. Not that I have to mention it with my extremely low count of people who actually watch this show. But no, I'm not sponsored, not by Foodsaver, not by anybody. No, nobody, not even the Scott Towel Company. I've reached out, but these emails go nowhere. So it is what it is. Nobody's willing to, you know, I even say like, don't even pay me money. Just give me free product and I will overtly promote you. But anyway, so we just have a regular bag here. Now you could have a weight scale if you want to separate the chicken into whatever weight. I don't feel like it right now, so we're just not gonna weigh it. So we're gonna take some chicken, this plier, like this. You just put as much as you want in here. So I'll take a fair amount because what I do is I freeze this and then I take out the chicken and I'll cook it maybe the next day or later that day. And then I'll have chicken for a few meals. You could separate it in one meal at a time. I just don't do that. There you go, we have a few pieces of chicken breast. How heavy is this? I'd probably say this is like half a pound or so. Half a pound would be the equivalent of like 226 grams maybe. I don't know. My mental math has not been on its game recently. I used to be really good at mental math. Then TikTok came out. Not that I use TikTok, but you know, just the fact that other people use it, it sort of reduced my capacity to use math as well. I don't know why I always find one way or another to integrate my dislike for TikTok into all of my videos. I don't know why that happens. So what I do is I flatten it out like this, very simple. And I'll usually leave a little bit of space on the side just so it could go in the back and can vacuum the rest. But very simple, guys. That's what you do. You put it over here, go like that. Go like that. Now this is about to make a lot of noise in the mic, so I don't know what's gonna happen, what's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna click on the vac button. All right, now you see the vac button is no longer blinking, it's no longer making noise. Now seal is blinking, so I'm gonna click on seal once, and then I'll click on seal again. And as you could see, this is vacuum sealed. Like there's definitely no air in here that's left. Now this is what we do. What some people tell me is that when there's too much moisture in the chicken or whatever, they'll also put like a Scott towel folded near the top. I don't really understand the logic behind that. I don't know if it's like maybe it sucks out the moisture or I don't know. I don't really know what. Anyways, the seal button is like I was showing you earlier. The seal button is now off. We could open this up and there you go. We have some sealed, vacuum sealed, nice and easy. Same thing, we'll do the next one in real time, guys. One clip, watch this, real time. I'm gonna take some chicken. I'm gonna throw it in here. You could even marinate the chicken in here. I mean, I'd say just do that in a Ziploc bag though. It sounds like it would probably be easier. Also, I know a lot of people say they reuse their Ziploc bags. I don't know, I feel like if I'm dealing with chicken, I'm not gonna reuse my Ziploc bags. Something else too is try not to get the top of the bag dirty because then it won't vacuum properly. So I'll show you what I mean in a second here. So now we have chicken in here. This bag probably has too much chicken in it. This is like 3 meals of chicken, maybe even more. So the top over here, you don't want to get this dirty because then when you put it in here and you go to seal, it might not seal properly. So you want to try and like keep that clean. Worst case scenario, you get it dirty, you just cut a little bit more. My bags always leave a little bit, actually probably a lot of space. Like this could have probably been up to here, the bag, but whatever. It's like this, that little bit extra. I'm not going to start max minning on these bags. Already at the price that I paid them, it really wasn't bad. And once again, I leave a little bit of space so it could grab even the air in the back. I'm going to put it like this. And even though my bag's cut super crooked, I put it in here somewhat aligned. Lock like that on the side. Same thing, the vacuum button is now no longer blinking. Seal is blinking. We're going to press it once, then we'll press it again, and now it's sealing. In the meantime, we're prepping another bag, and then we're good to go to seal another bag. And we could just do this with all the chicken we want. Very, very simple. Very simple machine. There's no other, there's like modes like, there's marinate, vacuum, there's handheld, I don't know, doesn't matter. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, that. There you go. More vacuum sealed chicken. Very, very simple. This is not complex. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Same thing, you just put it in here and we're gonna do it again. Just in case if you didn't learn the first few times. 20 years ago, if you would ask me if I would ever videotape myself vacuum sealing chicken on a sunny Sunday morning, I would probably not believe you if you were to show me this video. I feel like I said all of that incorrectly. Whatever, I'm tired. I think did I already do seal? What did I do here? Oh, it is sealed, okay. So that's something else actually, just to show you. If ever you forget to press seal, you go to take it out and then you realize that now all the air came back in, you just put it there and you just vacuum it again, doesn't matter. Or if ever you go to vacuum it and then you're looking at the bag and you're like, wait a second, there's more air in here, just press the vacuum button again, doesn't matter. Same thing here, guys, same exact thing. We're gonna do this, like that. I bet when you woke up this morning, you did not expect to see a video of me vacuum sealing chicken. I don't even know if you're still watching at this point. It's crazy. Imagine somebody would have said, you know, when you get older, you're gonna make cooking videos where you're putting chicken in plastic bags. and showing it to maybe 2.5 people. And out of those 2.5, no one will even care. They're just watching just to watch. That's me right now. All right, guys, that's about the end of the video here. I mean, there's not really much more for me to show you. I think we're basically all good in that regard. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm obviously gonna clean the entire kitchen counter, all of these apparatuses. I'm even gonna clean in here. See this, you could take it out, you could clean it. That's what I'm going to do. Wipe down the rest with a cloth as well. This stainless steel, so there's fingerprints all over. But stainless steel is also very high quality material. So I think it's 88% steel, 12% chrome. I think that's how it's made, I'm not really sure, but it's high quality material. And we have an extra bag. Now what I could do is I could just keep this bag with all my other rolls that I have over here. I have other rolls like this. So if ever I just want to measure out more bags and I want them about that size, I just know that I go like this. With a scissor, I'll cut, then the next, and then the next. But that's what's the pros about these rolls. Make them as big as you want. You know, you also have like some pre-cut ones. Let me see, do I have any pre-cut? I have these aren't pre-cut. And I have more rolls over here. You see, these are just wider rolls. So if you need like a wider roll or a bigger opening, depends what you're doing. You could put like a whole steak in there. Once again, you could do sous vide. What's another example that I have? Maybe I have something in my freezer that I could show you. All right. Here in my freezer, you see I can show you I have like steak like this, that's frozen, cut it up, put it in the machine, you know, and it's good like this. So anyway, I hope that this helped you make your decision as to whether or not you decide to buy one of these machines. For me personally, it's worth it because I buy the meat in bulk and then I just pack it up like this. This is gonna last me quite a while, probably one of these every 5 days or so. And that's it, it's very simple. If you have any questions or comments, write them down in the comments section below. Not that I'm an expert, not that I might even reply to the comments. Who knows, maybe I will. Maybe I'll just reply completely false answer since I'm very uninformed about this machinery. I just use it like this, that's all I do. Maybe there's other uses, I don't know. The box shows some other things, but I don't actually read the boxes. I don't know, there's like other photos and stuff. I don't know what's going on over here. It shows salmon, it shows asparagus. I don't know, I'm not gonna freeze my asparagus. Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. My salmon, I don't have any salmon right now that I could show you. I ate it all. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Thank you all for watching another video. Subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, share with your dog. Let me know what you think. Don't let me know what you think. Check out my other videos for whatever. There's recipes. You know, many of them are legitimately good, even though nobody ever tries them. They are decently good. And I'll see you guys next time.